everybody! Ba-ba-da-da! Welcome to Banjo Ben Clark. This is your home for your online instruction when it comes to learning how to play the banjo or the mandolin or the guitar. Today we're taking one of the oldest melodies in the book, perhaps. It's one that everyone should know, and we're going to do more of a basic version of it on the mandolin today because it's a great one to kind of learn how to play mandolin with. Those of you out there that are like, I want to learn how to play mandolin. Well, this is the perfect one because anybody can learn how to play the song. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play it all the way through for you, and then you can go to the website, grab the tab, print it all out, and I'm going to show you every measure very slowly how to play each one. Then I have a whole other rhythm, a whole other video section where I play it slowly from start to finish. And then I've got 3 different speeds of guitar rhythm tracks so that you can practice along. So even if you don't have somebody, your granny or somebody there playing rhythm guitar for you, I'll be there for you. You can count on old Banjo Ben. So let's get started on this. And here in a little while, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll ask you to jump over to my website where I ask that you support that by joining as a Gold Pick member so that I can keep putting out videos like this each and every week. Arkansas Traveler. Arkansas Traveler. We're going to start here with the kickoff. I've given you kind of a little different kickoff here than maybe you've seen before. These are typically referred to as, some people call them potatoes, and you can really do as many of them as you want. Sometimes people will just do 2 measures of them before they come in with the band. In this particular case, we're going to do 4 measures, which I would refer to as 2 potatoes. 2 of these measures equals 1 potato. But that's just kind of some common slang that you'll hear around jams. If they say, hey, mandolin player, kick off Arkansas Traveler, and you say, all right, 2 potatoes. There's 1 potato, and then we're going to do 2 of them. That's what happens right there in measure 1. What we're wanting to do is get our right hand pretty loose, okay? We want looseness, and we want to play through the bottom 3 strings all at the same time. And we're going to slide, as you can see there in measure 1, with our index finger from the 1st to 2nd fret after we do our first downstroke. And it's okay actually if we go all the way through all 4 strings. It's not that big a deal. It's kind of meant to sound loose. But the point here is to set the tempo for the jam group that you're with. Okay, so if you wanted to play it really fast, you would do that. We didn't play it that fast in the performance, just so you could kind of really see what was going on. This is a more basic version. And so we're going to kind of take it slow, but I do want you to pay attention to those little arrows beneath each one of these notes. That determines your pick direction. Okay, so as you can see, that very first arrow in measure 1 points down. So we're going to do a down stroke with our right hand and a slide. And then we're going to do down, up, down. And then finish out that measure with another down, up. Okay, so very slowly, I'm going to play measure 1 and 2 for you together. So you can hear those 2 together. I'm using my index finger, sliding from the 1st fret to 2nd fret. Ready, go. Good, that's 1 potato. And then we're going to do it again, almost exactly the same in measures 3 and 4, except at the very end of measure 4, we're going to have a 2-note pickup into the first A part. Okay, and that's, you see that there at the end of measure 4. So 3 and 4 together sounds like this. Okay, and we do second and then fourth frets there. Now, we're coming into the fifth measure, which is the first A part. Let me explain that to you if you're not familiar with these fiddle tunes, but many fiddle tunes are made up of what's called an A part and a B part. A lot of times they'll have different melodies and different chord progressions, hence the name A part and a B part. But what's unique about the A part and B parts is that they're a lot of times actually repeated. So you'll play an A part and then another A part, and then you'll move on to a B part and another B part, and then it moves on to the next instrument to take the solo. That's the structure of Arkansas Traveler. We're going to play through our first A part, which starts there in measure 5 that you see, and it's going to last for 8 measures up through measure 12, and then we're going to play through the second A part. Now, here's the key thing. You are very free to play the same A part 2 times in a row. That's great. And you can play the same exact B part 2 times in a row. But I like to give you little variations so that you can just have more options to choose from. So my first A part is slightly different from the second A part. We're still playing the same melody. There's just slightly different licks. Same way in the B part. So hang with me and you'll see those little differences. But we're picking up out of measure 4, as you just saw, going into measure 5 to play this classic little melody. And we're keeping it very simple, but what we're wanting to work on, most importantly here, especially you guys that are just starting to play, is your right hand pick direction. Okay, it's very important that you follow these arrows. So measure 5 would sound like this. Ready, go. So we got 4 eighth notes, 4 beats in each measure, so we count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and good. Measure 6 sounds like this. We go back down to the second fret. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and good. Good job. Be sure and keep those pick strokes straight. Some people in measure 6 might want to do like a down, up, down, up, down, up. And even though that works, I know it works, but the point is that we want to ingrain this pick stroke pattern into your brain so that you don't think about it in the future when you're playing more difficult stuff that requires proper pick strokes. We're establishing those rules right now, and whether you know it or not, we're connecting these little connections in your brain that will give you the right pick strokes to play later on. Okay, measure 7, moving on. Start at the second fret of the D string. Same type of melody. Same type of counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... The notes that have just a straight line going down beneath them, those are quarter notes. They get 1 beat apiece. If you see those eighth notes, they're tied together down there at the bottom, and those happen twice as fast. So they get 1 half beat apiece, so 2 of them together would be 1 beat. So that's how you count that measure 7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and good. Measure 8 sounds like this. Count it out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and good. Now measure 9 is exactly the same as measure 5, as well as measure 10, follows the same pattern. Until we get to measure 11, we're wrapping up the first time through this A part, and things get a little different. We're going to jump up on our A string, the second string here, with our ring finger. We're going to start on the 5th fret, and we're going to play 6 of these eighth notes in a row. Okay, so down, up, down, up, down, up. Sounds like this, measure 11. Good. Not too bad. Then we're going to really wrap it up here, measure 12, getting ready to go into the second A part. And then we come right back into that pickup that we saw at the end of measure 4. And then we're going to go into our second A part, which is going to have some variations to the same melody that we just played. I mean, you'll be able to hear those. Hear those little different notes in there? Let's check that out. Let's check out the second A part now.